Hi, welcome to Belinda's Vlog Lounge. You already know what this channel is about. We give you guys fresh perspectives on education, relationships, personal growth, lifestyle, and everything in between. Please stay with me. Hello guys, I welcome you back. Today's topic is going to be on time management. As you know, time is something very valuable, one of the most valuable resources we have. Yet, how we choose to use our time determines so much about our productivity, stress level, and even our happiness. For many of us, the challenge is not that we lack time is because it's just that we don't manage it effectively. Now, when we talk about time management, what comes to your head? Time management is simply the practice of planning and controlling how we spend our time to be more productive and efficient. To understand time management, we need to understand that it is the it, we need to know that it's about making deliberate choices in our day-to-day lives. It's not about cramming what we want to do. No, it's about making deliberate choices that helps shapes our life. Time management is about prioritizing tasks that aligns with our goals, our vision, our values. Now, when we manage our time well, we create a balance that allows us to excel in our responsibilities. And that way, we can still there's still room for rest, for growth, and other connections. Now, the importance of prioritizing is that it helps guide us. It's not everything that we have in our to-do list that is as important as the rest. Some are important, some are urgent. Now, one of the most important tools of time management is learning how to prioritize. When you learn how to prioritize, you'll be able to ask yourself questions like, what is urgent? What aligns with my long-term goals? That way, you'll be able to focus on what matters most and avoid the trap of being busy and not productive. We have a lot of people that are very, very busy on a daily basis, always in a hurry, and then they end up being busy doing nothing. They can't really say what they've achieved with their time, but you see them all the time busy, yet they're not achieving any goals. That's what lack of prioritization does to us. Now, another way to successfully manage your time is by setting realistic goals. You need to learn how to set realistic goals. Many of us fall into the habit of overloading our schedules and end up feeling overwhelmed when we can't complete everything. You see, now instead of doing that, we can work by setting smart goals. When I talk about smart goals, we mean specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound goals. That's what smart goals stand for. You get? Now, it simply means breaking larger projects into smaller, manageable progress. It makes it easy and manageable to tackle. Now, for example, as a young mom, you have a family to take care of, and then you decide to go to the market. You go to market on Monday, you go to market on Tuesday, you go to market on Wednesday, you go to market on Thursday. You feel overwhelmed, but when you plan yourself properly, you can decide to go to market once a week, and then you choose another day of the week. You wash clothes, and that day for tidying up the place and the rest. You take things one day at a time. It helps you manage your time properly, and then you still have time for your family and your children. Not every day you are going to the market, every day you are doing laundry, every day you are doing the same thing, every day. Of course, you feel overwhelmed. So another thing to do is you need to learn how to work with tools and techniques to help you prioritize. For example, tools like there are different tools you can use to make arrange yourself. Like you can make use of Google Calendar or Notion. Have a system to organize your tasks and deadline. It is very crucial. It helps you. It's very crucial for time blocking. You'll be able to focus on a particular activities. Just like when in my office, when I have a lot of things to do, I have this stick on notes where I write down things I'm supposed to do, and then I put it on the board, and then each one I do, I tick it, done, done, done. It helps me remember the things I'm yet to do, the things I've done. And then most times I put time, deadline time, so that I will know the time I'm supposed to achieve this. That way I don't fail, I don't miss deadline. Because sometimes things can skip our minds. You can use your laptop, you can use your Google Calendar, and then you fix in things. For example, if you are one of those that take a routine drugs, you can put it in your calendar. Once the time comes for you to take your drugs, the notification comes in, and then once the notification comes, you be like, oh, yes, 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 I'm supposed to take these drugs by this time, and then you take it. That is what time management is about. It's about prioritizing, it's about proper planning, it's about achieving goals, and it helps you not to be overwhelmed. Now, this is something that helps us not just as a student, not just as a professional. In our day-to-day life, time management is very important. It helps guide us, especially those of us that struggle with procrastination. It helps us a lot. It helps us to be able to plan properly, and helps improve concentration as well. Then another thing with time management is you need to avoid multitasking. Although multitasking might seem efficient, but there are studies that says it leads to reduced productivities and more errors. It's not everybody that have the gift of multitasking. Of course, there's this popular saying that women can multitask more than men. For example, a woman can be backing her baby while cooking and cleaning the house and doing so many other things. In as much as somehow it's true, but according to several research work, they've come to a conclusion that it reduces productivity and more errors in the discharge of their duties. Maybe in the course of multitasking, what they're supposed to keep in the basket, they end up putting it in the dustbin. So instead of multitasking, just aim to focus on one task at a time. Single tasking allows you to give your full attention to what is in front of you, which leads to better results and less stress. Now, another thing to look out for is you need to learn how to build rest into your schedule. Effective time management is not just about doing work. It's also about knowing when to pause and rest. Rest is vital for productivity. You need to learn how to schedule short breaks between tasks and prioritize self-care into activities like exercise, or simply relaxing with loved ones. And then finally, I'll say another way to manage your time effectively is by reflecting and adapting. Time management is a skill, and like any skill, it takes practice and reflection to improve on it. Now, at the end of each week, take a few moments and assess what worked and what didn't work. Take a moment and check what tasks you underestimated, or distractions you didn't anticipate that affected you from carrying out the task. You use this approach to be able to guide you. Like every other skills, it takes time. You don't just jump into a skill. You need to practice, you need to evaluate. You check your goals, you check your plans. Were you able to achieve them successfully? Were you able to carry them out successfully? You take note of what distracted you, and then you use them to adjust your approach so that you'll be able to improve better. And that's how you can manage your time going forward. Managing your time effectively is a journey, it's not a destination. It's not something you do once and then you get perfect on it. No, you have to make it a lifestyle. You have to keep working on it. It's about making intentional choices. You have to be flexible and continuously learning from your experience. Now, by mastering this skill, you will not only achieve more, but you also enjoy a greater sense of control and fulfillment in your daily life. So let's start this journey together. I need you to share your thoughts or your time management struggle in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you. Remember, you don't have to be perfect. Nobody is perfect in time management. You don't become perfect overnight, but every step you take will bring you closer to a more balanced, productive, and rewarding life. Stay tuned and let's grow together. Thanks for hanging with me.